What's up, ladies and gents? Caleb Hudson with Barstool Neers. I'm back again. Jack Hartman is live on the show with me right now. Jack, thank you so much for coming on. Former Mountaineer turned Pittsburgh Pirate. How's it feel to be on?
It's pretty awesome. Big fan of Barstool, always have been. Just didn't expect to be here, but here we are. So,
Well, yeah, Jack, you kind of made program history. You're a part of it, big piece. You're the fourth highest draft pick in Appalachian State's history. Not only that, you're the highest since 1986, man. So you're accomplishing some pretty big feats here. How's that feel to be drafted by the Pirates? Are you excited to be a part of that program?
yeah, no doubt. I mean, clearly I got the shirt on and, they took me up to PNC Park. Had to go see the field, and it's been a weird time, with quarantine and all that. It didn't feel real at first. I was down at the beach when I got drafted. And I just expected to be somewhere else in a different situation. But, hey, it was awesome, and they got me really excited to go to see the field. It was right before the players got there, the big league team, and, I'm just super excited to be where I'm at today.
So, yeah, you talk about the phone call. Every player gets a phone call right before the draft. Walk us through, getting that phone call and having your dreams finally come true to move up to that next level, and kind of what you were feeling and your family and your friends, just the energy that was in that room that night.
Yeah, I was hearing some phone calls throughout the whole draft on the second day. Things were looking pretty good, but then it kind of slowed down, and I was just kind of waiting there for hours, just sitting there shaking for like 2 hours straight. I was like, when is it going to happen, or if it's going to happen? And then finally I got a call for the Pirates. I got a call from my advisor, actually, and he had told me the Pirates want to take you in their next pick. I heard from him, I think at 105 was when he called me, and I got picked at 108. So I had about 2 minutes. I was able to FaceTime in my mom and my dad because they weren't with me at the time, and everybody around me. There's about 10 or so people just there at the beach with us, and we were able just kind of to watch the TV segment. And I was waiting for a phone call from the scout that was supposed to call me for the Pirates, and I saw my name pop up, and we all just exploded. It was awesome. It was so unexpected, but couldn't have been any happier. So.
Well, it's a huge accomplishment in your regard, and Appalachian is very proud. I'm sure the baseball program was super stoked. I mean, y'all get that brand new field, and then Jack Hartman gets drafted as, the highest pick since 1986. So App State baseball isn't doing too poorly right now, if I do say so myself. Jack, you're going into the whole MLB program. You talk about the pandemic. The pandemic has put a strain on everyone. Draft got cut short. So what's it going to be like to prepare for the upcoming seasons and just getting you ready? And has the MLB done a good job communicating with you and putting you with the necessary tools in order to accomplish what you need to?
Yeah, we have taken a lot of steps before the draft. When I say we, I mean me and App State, and me and my trainer I work with, kind of prepping for what was ahead. And it's just been continuing to change because, unfortunately, this pandemic has kept on going. So my program has continued to change. And then from the Pirates' perspective, or their leadership, they've informed me that we're planning on somewhere in the next couple months going down to Florida and doing some training. I think a lot of it just depends on the big league club. They're up there doing exhibitions daily in Pittsburgh. So I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Like, they've done a good job keeping me informed, but it's hard to say like what we're going to do. I know a lot of teams, a lot of players that are also in other organizations are just kind of waiting around. So really I'm just trying to stay healthy and continue to get better at the same time, best I can.
Yeah, and how's that transition? You're a student playing college baseball, and now you're a big name in MLB pro level ball. What has that transition been for you?
It's a lot more fun to play baseball when there's no schoolwork behind it. This training has been pretty repetitive, though. I do miss being around a team environment. I miss the guys up at App. I was looking forward to going down to Florida, meeting the new guys. So basically, it's just a lot of alone time right now. I don't expect that to be the same when things hopefully become more normal. But right now,
if normal is even a thing,
yeah,
nobody even
I
knows.
don't even know.
What's the new definition of normal?
Yeah, we'll see about that. But basically, it's, like I said, just a lot of alone time and a lot of like video work, a lot of myself having to keep myself in check and can't get lazy. I've always just got to like remind myself, like, I do this today. I got to do this today. It just feels so weird. I feel like I'm just in like a summer camp and I'm just by myself.
Just going through the motions, right?
Yeah. Try
Uh,
not to. Yeah.
yeah. Have you been able to talk to any of the other players that have been drafted to the Pirates? Have you been able to communicate with them? Are they letting you exchange kind of I guess different materials and whatever you need in order to do your training? Have you been able to do that at all? Meet with them?
Yeah. So we have actually, I think, a meeting this Tuesday with, I think, the other draft picks on a Zoom call, actually. I believe that's what's going to happen. I just know a lot of things, like with their strength and conditioning department's supposed to call me, and we're going to get things situated there. I had a little assessment after I passed my physical up in Pittsburgh, and yeah, a lot of things are going to change in the next couple of weeks, I feel like. And, I'm going to hopefully, like I said, meet face-to-face on Zoom with those guys. And I know they're all excited. I think everybody in our draft class signed. So that's exciting for the Pirates. They got everybody they wanted. And, yeah, I'm just looking forward to, putting a face to the name. So.
Well, yeah, you've got a lot ahead of you, and I'm sure the rest of the program and the class and the Pirates as an organization are very excited to have you on. You talk about missing the guys here at App State. One of the questions that actually came in was Caleb Bowman. He said, now that you're big time, big league, is he still allowed to be your roommate? That's what he's questioning now. He's a little concerned.
Yeah, he's still allowed to be my roommate. I just don't know if that'll ever happen again. He's all over the place, more than I am.
Gotta be 6 feet apart.
Yeah, 6 feet apart. And I don't know where he's headed. He's all over the place, man. He just got back from Australia not too long ago. And yeah, Bowman, big piece of my junior year. Love Bowman. And yeah, he can still be my roommate one day if he'd like. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know Bowman was probably more than like your predecessor. Was he able to, teach you and kind of bring you into what App State baseball really was? And if not him, who were the guys that, taught you the lay of the land here at App?
Yeah, so like I said, my first year was my junior year at App State. I transferred in, and I was put with Bowman, living out by the golf course. And he just kind of showed me the ropes more with the pitching side of things. Got me situated with Coach Aspergen and just what we do and like what it takes to kind of pitch here at App State. And then from just a team environment, I mean, obviously he was a part of that, but really just everybody. There was no specific guy. It was pretty much the whole team kind of brought it in. And going forward to this year, we just kind of did the same thing with a little more energy, I felt like, and the team really was excited to compete. Unfortunately, it was cut short. But yeah, it all started with Bowman and a couple other, the majority of the group last year. So.
Yeah, don't give Bowman too much credit. His head might blow up bigger than it is. You heard that here first, Caleb Bowman. Hope you're doing well. Jack, who are you most nervous to pitch to out there? When you get into this program, obviously the major leagues is a huge farming program. I mean, you have so many different organizations, so many places for you to go. As far as having some foresight on where you'll be going, who are you most nervous to pitch to?
This might sound cliche. I'm not really nervous about anybody. Also, I don't really know what's ahead, who I'd play, who I'd pitch against. I know we brought in a couple good bats in our draft this year. Not really sure what else is in our organization, but from that perspective, yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. Pretty much that's kind of like my perspective. It comes from this year, whoever stepped in the box. I really didn't see who was in the box, to be honest. I literally just looked at my catcher and just tried to throw my best pitch. So it'll hopefully
got eyes on the prize, baby. That's how it work. Yeah, you can't be afraid of anyone, especially when it comes to baseball. If you back down to anyone, then you're just going to get eaten alive out there on the mound. Going back to App State, you're being a Mountaineer. What's your favorite Mountaineer moment that you can recall?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people ask me this question. It's definitely got to be the game at Wake Forest this year. Beating Wake Forest was awesome for us, and just being able to go out there and close the last 2 innings in the rain, and with the pretty dramatic 9th inning, before going out there with Andrew Grekel hitting a home run to put us in the lead. It was just a really great game for us, and I know that game meant a lot for a lot of people, especially with the season being so short. It means all the more for me because I didn't get a lot of time this season, or the team didn't get a lot of time. So that game was big for us. There was a couple other big moments, but that definitely stands out the most for us.
Yeah, quarantine took a lot from everyone. It hasn't been easy on anybody. So it's just trying to find the right positioning and placement and just moving forward. It hasn't, been the easiest transition for a lot of people. And this is a perfect segue into that next question. What would you roll that, I guess, tie that into that being your favorite stadium that you've ever played at? Away stadium?
Favorite stadium? Really not Wake Forest, to be honest. Not a big fan. I guess my favorite stadium would have been. I love Coastals. I know they're in-state or in-conference rival, but like you just can't not like that park. And then another good one was Kentucky. It was really clean. It was brand new, but really like Coastal's environment and just the field was pretty cool. So.
Awesome. Great. All right, Jack. So we've reached a point in the show where we're going to do this little fire sale questions. I don't know if you saw me do it with Jordan Fair, but I'm going to just reel off some questions, see if you can think fast enough on your feet, and we'll just kind of roll with it. So first off, favorite artist?
Metallica.
Favorite NBA team?
Pistons, unfortunately.
Pistons. Oh gosh, man, you have a rough. Favorite Netflix show?
The Office.
You can't go wrong with Michael Scott there. Favorite movie?
Lone Survivor. Yeah.
Perfect. Favorite actor?
Brad Pitt.
Dude, he is the man. And big controversial thing here. Thoughts on the Juice WRLD album? I don't know if you listen to rap at all. You talk about classic rock, but thoughts on the Juice WRLD album?
I wanted to say Young Thug, but I don't know. Metallica popped in my head because that's just what I listen to before games. But thoughts on Juice WRLD album? Haven't listened to a lot of it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. So.
My personal opinion, I didn't think it was, the best on the market. But these days, you can get a lot of hate for
kind of what I've seen on Twitter, so don't feel too bad about it.
It wasn't the greatest. I don't know if you had time during this quarantine, and I think it's been skipped over a lot. Did you get a chance to watch The Last Dance?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. No, I didn't really watch The Last Dance.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of backlash for that one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge basketball guy. I used to be when I played in high school a little bit, but I kind of dropped it, and then I was like, I'll just listen to the highlights. So I get the gist of it, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch The Last Dance.
And now every team and program has their video game that they play. Obviously, for the basketball team here, they're all playing Madden. They can't stand to play 2K because it gets annoying. It gets redundant. The football team up here, they're all playing 2K because they don't want to deal with football all the time. Yeah. So what's the baseball program's go-to game?
When we were back home in App State, a lot of games we played a lot of COD. And a lot of Fortnite the first year, but really COD dominated this year. So,
I mean, you can't go wrong with a good game of Warzone. That's for dang sure. And now getting to know the team a little bit more, who would you say the funniest guy in that program is?
Ooh, I'm gonna get a lot back for this because everybody thinks they're funny. Cole Hooper and Jack Lipsum and a couple others, but Cole definitely stands out. He's one of a kind. So,
well, I'm interested to see what type of humor he has, and the guys are always asking questions. They're ringing in. So Tut or Quentin?
Tut or Quentin?
Yeah.
Just like what? What about him? Just like who's funnier?
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's just the question. It was.
You got a lot of strange questions, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to hear them all. Tut or Quentin? I mean Quentin, no doubt.
well, Tut, I'm sorry, whoever, if you definitely aren't the favorite in this situation.
No, I have a feeling I know what it's about. I'm just gonna say Quentin. So.
All right. Well, and then do you guys ever? I mean, in the program, who's like the leader of that team, the guy who you all turn towards to kind of hype you up, get you ready for the game, just the shakedown mentality, I guess.
Jack Lipsum was pretty good for us this year. Big guy, just an enthusiastic guy. Got everybody going. Luke Drumheller does a good job of that. He's kind of quiet, but like you watch him do his thing and it just kind of gets you excited. And one other guy from the pitching staff would have been like Andrew Papp. He gets pretty crazy on game day. And Cole Hooper again, just gets everybody going. So
Yeah, I mean, those are the guys that they come up in conversation quite often throughout this interview. So I definitely I believe you when you say those are the guys that
yeah.
The whole team is looking up to. Jack, awesome, incredible what you're doing, man. Congratulations on being signed to the Pirates, drafted in the 4th round, 108 overall. I'm sure everyone on your side is extremely proud. I know everybody here at App State is very proud of you. Met up with some of the guys last night at Ale House, actually, and they were all very stoked to have you sign with that team. Jack, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. We could not be more proud. Again, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but seriously, keep up the good work. And if you ever need anything from us here at Barstool, don't hesitate to ask.
Thanks, Caleb. Really appreciate the day. And, go Neers, man. Thanks.